party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here. Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man. VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell Academy.
Don't need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to the VHS Bandits. This week, we watch Dr. Giggles. Let's pop in the tape.
It's time to make an appointment. Scalpel. It'll be good for your health.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Oh, sorry. The doctor's in. Say,
How about a free examination? Get ready to take your medicine. If you think that's bad, wait till you get my bill. I hope you have protection.
Dr. Giggles.
It's a good thing I make house call.
Rated R.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show, the VHS Bandits show. I'm Dr. Topher Hansen, and with me, as always, is my esteemed colleague,
Dr. Train, calling Dr. Train.
Paging Dr. Train. Everyone gets a free soda.
Dr. Khan.
A free squirt in the mess hall. All right, we watched Dr. Giggles.
Yeah.
That's why we're so giggly.
We are continuing Occupational Horror Month. And this
That's
time,
right.
we went back on Indeed, got a couple of interviews, and now we're doctors.
Yeah, that's
A couple
right.
of
We're
PhD
bumping
dweebs.
up the resume. We went from carpenter to doctor. We went from blue collar to white collar.
That's right.
And we're still murdering people.
Whoa.
Or watching people get murdered. This is not an admission of guilt. Dr. Train and Dr. Hansen did not murder anybody. So we've got our malpractice insurance all set though, just in case we don't want to run into any legal
I
snags.
practice mal every day on my computer by destroying malware.
As a good doctor should. Look at this. You've got a Minnie Mouse cup. And the girl in this movie was dressed up as Minnie Mouse.
I'm drinking a cup of peppermint tea out of this nice Minnie Mouse cup that came from Disney World.
Dane Train, you need to go see a Dr. Giggles.
I saw one the other day. Did
he try and shove some instruments up your nose and into your brain?
Actually, the first time I went to ReadyMed, they did stick a thing up my nose.
Holy shit.
And it fucking hurt so much. It was awful.
No kidding. I saw this movie.
Oh,
I'm
so
glad you
painful.
survived. Was he giggling the entire time and making puns?
Unfortunately, no. That would have made it more pleasant if he was.
Did he say, there's no business like nose business and shove it up your nose
No,
into your brain and give you a lobotomy?
He said it's not going to hurt at all.
Well, he was wrong.
And speaking of which, the best thing about this movie is the insane amount of doctor puns that
I
are just
know.
pumped out constantly.
Yeah, Dr. Giggles is busting out the puns, unlike the carpenter, who didn't say any puns.
Yeah, he just said,
Dr. Giggles has enough for both movies.
oh yeah, this definitely made it up from the carpenter.
This is like your quintessential occupational horror.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is like top tier.
Oh,
This
yeah.
and Ice Cream Man.
Oh,
Since
definitely.
it is Occupational Horror Month, yes, we have watched some of these before, but now with the theme. So go back and listen to our episode on Ice Cream Man, starring Clint Howard.
Eat some
Brickleberry.
Brickleberry. He's an entrepreneur. You know, he opened up his own business
That's right.
and trying to sell Brickleberry ice cream. And you know what they say? Sometimes business can be
Business is a killer.
it's a killer, right? So we're gonna
He's
get into the
killing
whole
it in the
show.
ice cream game.
Ice cream gang. Now, you have a tape of this too, right?
Yes, I have Dr. Giggles on tape.
I remember you and I watched this.
Oh, yeah.
you and I watched this like, I don't know, like
A while ago.
like 8 years ago, a long time ago. It's my first time seeing it since. And I think it's better now than I remember it being. I remember it feeling
Really?
long.
I think it's just as good. I do remember it being a little bit longer, yeah, but this flies by.
Yeah. Nowadays watching it, I'm like, wow, everything's perfect.
This movie is great.
Yeah. I got this tape in a trade at a VHS swap up in Maine over the summer.
I think I just got mine at Savers or something. It was one of those lucky finds.
You won't find tapes like these at Savers anymore.
No, unfortunately not.
So, I mean, like the box is like so good. Like, of course you'd want to watch this. I mean,
it's called Dr. Giggles for crying out loud.
Well, the doctor is out, ...
of his mind.
And
that's like one of the best, like that right there tells you this movie is right up our alley.
Oh, totally. I love how like you have, it's almost like scanners. Like you have the picture of the doctor's eyes and it's like shooting green lasers out. It's the weirdest thing.
There are no green laser eyes in the movie, but that's
that would be cool. So, I love the font. It's like this silvery, like metallic.
It's like
font.
metal. Yeah. It's like his metallic instruments of death.
And the R in doctor is it's a scalpel with some blood. And then on the back, dude, if I didn't see the cover and I was just looking at the back, I'd swear this was like a VHS of Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
Like it looks just like it. So the Los Angeles Times says, an exciting, fast, and frequently hilarious collision of gore and gags.
It's true. LA Times getting it right.
You know what's funny? There's no rating on this. I don't know if this movie's even
not
rated
R. I thought it was rated R.
It probably is. This is like the copy I have. It's a Good Times home video release. And for some reason it doesn't have a rating on it.
There's no trailers on the tape, and it's a Universal Studios release.
Yeah,
which is weird. I didn't remember this being a studio film.
Yeah, it's weird. Even on the cover it says a Universal release. So I don't know. But,
it seems much more like Full Moon or something like that.
Oh, dude, the guy who plays Dr. Giggles, what the hell's his name? Larry Drake. Yeah. I don't think he was in any Full Moon movies. I really wish he was.
That's a shame.
Dude, he would have been.
Well, it's not too late.
I mean, like, I feel like he should have been in like Demonic Toys and stuff like that,
He should be a demonic toy.
Yeah. So, so the back of the box says, Larry Drake, who won back-to-back Emmy Awards for his portrayal of Benny Schwartz, the mentally retarded office boy of LA Law, stars as a diabolical doctor with a sharp wit and even sharper scalpel in this horrific tongue-in-cheek thriller. I can't believe they said that on the back of this box. Whoa. All right. It has been 30.
We need to go back and watch that show.
Yeah. LA Law. Jeez.
Got 2 Emmys.
It has been 35 years since the small town of Moore High discovers why. Now, is the high school called Moore High?
It's more high than high. It's more high.
Isn't that the movie with Method Man? High.
No, that's
How High.
It's How High. That's actually a pretty good movie.
Which is the one with the critic. With
John Lovitz?
John Lovitz. Which one's that one?
Oh, that's High School High.
High School High.
I love that movie.
Oh my God.
That movie is so good.
Isn't Cassandra from Wayne's World in that too?
Yes. And shit, I forget the actor's name, but the Puerto Rican guy from Half Baked is in it. He's like the main bad guy gang member.
Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface.
Yeah. All right. So, where the hell was I? All right. It's been 35 years since a small town of Moore High discovered why Dr. Rendell kept losing his patients. He was ripping their hearts out. And there's like a little picture of a knife or a scalpel next to this in a twisted attempt to save his ailing wife. the townspeople stoned Rendell to death, but they never found the young
we never
son.
found out. Did they say they stoned him to death?
Yeah.
They did? Oh, I guess I just missed that
When the
part.
two cops were in the house, like investigating, they were talking about
Well, I
it.
know that they killed him. I just didn't know how. But okay, I guess that's how.
They made him hang out with Method Man, and they stoned him.
They stoned him to death while he was attending Harvard Medical School.
So, all right. So they stoned Rendell to death, but they never found the young son of the hideous Giggle, who helped his deranged father perform the operations. Now, more than 3 decades later, Dr. Rendell's son returns to gain revenge on Moore High's residents. And he's not shy about making house calls. You'll die laughing, but his unlucky patients will just die.
What? Oh, they'll just die. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said,
this is a good movie.
There's no trailers on this box. We get straight into it with some sweet 90s CGI of the inside of your arteries and veins with red blood cells, nice and shiny, just cruising through all your
Before we get too deep into the arteries, I just want to give a shout out to Retro Kaiser, our newest Party Hat Patrol member on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because, we have a Patreon now. So you can sign up. And Retro Kaiser, thank you for signing up, dude. I hope you're enjoying all the bonus episodes and everything.
Yeah, he gets bonus episodes. You got to be a Party Hat Patrol member to get. So if you want to hear more of us, want to hear more of my shitty voice, by all means, go ahead and sign up on the Party Hat Patrol.
Oh yeah.
And then we're still doing votings for upcoming month themes for the year of 2020. So stay tuned for more of that. So all right. Cool. All right. So Dr. Giggles. So we got some CGI of some arteries, and then we come to a heart.
And right off the bat, you're like, this is way too expensive to be Dr. Giggles.
Between the CGI, the effects, the musical score, and everything. I mean, like, it's like they poured a lot of money into this movie. Like, it's really good, top quality stuff.
For a movie called Dr. Giggles. Yeah, and there's a lot, like, every shot is a jib shot.
Yeah.
Like, every shot.
I don't, like we were talking about when we watched the movie, I don't know if this ever came out in theaters.
I don't know either, but being Universal, and it's such a, like, the production value is so good.
Yeah.
That it's weird if it didn't.
It really should be.
Yes.
I mean, it really should have. They should do a re-release. That'd be great.
A Dr. Giggles 20th anniversary.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, that was
that was 3 years ago.
23-year anniversary.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's not too late. Maybe Shout Factory or Scream Factory or something will put out a extra doc if they haven't already.
I don't even know if this movie is available.
The Criterion Collection of Dr. Giggles.
The Giggles Collection.
It's gotta be.
Right, I guess.
So we follow some blood cells, some red blood cells that look like red junior mints going through your veins or whatever. I don't know. And then it's pretty cool because it's clearly like 1997 CGI, but it's not bad. For 1997 CGI, I'd say this is pretty sweet.
It's really not that bad at all.
And we come out of the blood like we are a blood cell, I guess, like the POV of a blood cell, and then we see the wound that we are exiting, and we come out of the wound.
A scalpel that goes to the heart, cuts the heart open.
Right.
And then we zoom out to Dr. Giggles performing open heart surgery.
He doesn't giggle that much.
Yeah, he doesn't giggle as much as you'd think.
Yeah, he giggles enough. He giggles enough to be called Dr. Giggles. But, it's not like annoying, which I think was the right move. It could have easily been over the top. Just, he's not Dr. Laugh his head off. He's Dr. Giggle.
Yeah. And you only giggle a little bit in moderation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Too much giggling is not good for you. He is a doctor after all.
Whoa, what
God,
is
sounds
going
like-
on out there?
If you guys can't hear it, there's Dr. Giggles is on the loose out in Hollywood, I guess, because there are some ambulance and sirens and everything going.
Somebody needs Dr.
haywire
Giggles
out there.
Yeah. Jeez Louise.
Oh my gosh!
It's like every single time we record the show, there's always an insane amount of sirens.
Every time I do anything at my home, that's them's the breaks. That's Hollywood, baby.
Yeah. Does that shit wake you up in the middle of the night?
Nah, I'm used to it.
You used to it? Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if you remember this. Real sorry, it's totally out of left field. This episode of Boy Meets World where Sean Hunter was like, I have to listen to a cassette of what it's like to live in the trailer park, and it'll help me go to sleep. And it's like gunshots and car horns and stuff.
I mean, it basically just sounds like when I was at my dad's place in Grafton Street in Worcester as a kid.
Yeah, right.
It's the same thing. It's pretty calming.
Yeah. All right. So, we are in a mental institute.
Uh-oh. Wait, no, we're in a surgery room.
Yeah.
We don't know it's a mental
yeah.
institution. Stain! Now everyone knows.
Now I ruined it.
Spoiler. Oh my gosh. Now everyone
Oh
knows.
boy. Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. Hey, forget that. Forget that last part. We're not in a mental institution. We're in a legitimate surgical theater.
Yeah. We're at the UMass Memorial.
Yeah, we're at UMass Memorial Surgical Theater Unit.
Yeah.
And Dr. Legitimate 100% real Dr. Giggles is doing open heart surgery. And then he says some stuff like, yay, sometimes you gotta kill your patient, or I don't know, what if I he says something?
I don't remember what
We
he
should have
says.
written down all the puns.
Oh, that would have been a good idea. Yeah, I don't forget what he says, but then we cut to like some people in the hallway being like, Dr. Giggles, we don't know what his real name is, but I think he's loose. And
we're in a mental institution.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
And all
Reveal.
the people who were observing the operation were all the crazies.
Yep. He let loose all the cuckoo banana tunes out there and showing them how to do open heart surgery.
And then what happened? So he escapes. And he goes back to his house that he grew up in, which is now all like dilapidated and stuff. And he takes like a crowbar and he starts smashing down the walls.
And yeah, he goes in the basement and then he opens up the secret surgery room.
Yeah.
He's got an entire hospital in his basement, actually.
Yeah, it's like a hallway with like patient rooms and an operation room and stuff, all in his basement.
It's like in Get Out. They have an entire hospital in their basement.
Yeah. And so what you find out is Dr. Giggles, that's where he grew up, and that was his father's practice. His father was a doctor, and when he was a little kid, he wanted to be a doctor just like his dad.
Yeah, we get some cool flashbacks in this movie of Dr. Giggles as a kid.
Yeah, and he's doing open heart surgery, pulling out the fluff of all of his stuffed animals.
Yeah. And then I guess we meet the main character somewhere along the line here. I don't know.
There is they're just coming out of school. It's the last day of school. Summer's about to begin. And we meet Jennifer.
It's Hog Week. The school.
Oh, yeah, Hog Week. Yeah,
what does it
just
say?
Like in school spirit.
There's a banner over the school that says Hog Week or some such nonsense like that. It's not Hog Week, but it's something.
And
I don't know. The Summer Bash.
Sure. Yeah, Summer Bash, I think it's called. And what the hell? Oh yeah. So then we meet the characters.
You meet the characters. Special guest, Mrs. Train, just walked through the recording studio. Hey, Mrs. Train, come back.
He He wants you to come back.
What do you think of Dr. Giggles, Mrs. Train?
All right, hold on here.
All right, we're getting an exclusive off the cusp interview. Hello.
What do you think of this movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes,
What do I
you.
think about it?
It's a horror movie about a doctor called Dr.
Does
Giggles.
he giggle when he's evil?
Yes, he
Oh.
giggles
Yes.
when he's evil.
Is that all I'm looking for?
Yeah. All
That
right,
was
bye.
a question. You answered my question with the question. She is out of here. All right. That concludes our interview with Mrs. Train on
Yeah.
Dr. Giggles.
That's right.
Okay, moving right along.
moving
So
right
we
along.
meet the teenagers that the thing about this movie is that it changes characters like all the time. There is a main character, which is this girl Jennifer. Right, I think that's her name, or Jessica, or something like
Jennifer,
that.
yeah.
Jennifer, and she is the main character, but it really doesn't spend too much time with her.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It bounces around between the two cops, Jennifer and Jennifer's father, and it's hard to tell who's the main character.
Yeah, because this first we meet her and like her shitty boyfriend, and then all of a sudden we go to these 4 random other teenagers who look like they came from Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're very 90s teenagers. One is the dude from Cool Runnings with the dreadlocks, the Kiss My Lucky Egg man.
Yeah.
That guy. And then the other guy looks like Bill from the Bill and Ted cereal box.
Yeah.
But not the actual actor. So they all go into the Giggle House, I guess we can call it. I don't know.
They're all gonna like make out or something because the Bill and Ted
all
guy,
4 of them are gonna make out.
the Bill and Ted guy is like telling the story how there was a doctor, and evil doctor, and he's probably still living in the house, and there must be some like, secret compartments in the house, and like knocking on the walls trying to find secret compartments, and then he just locks his 2 friends, the Lucky Egg guy and his girlfriend, in some room, and then the rest of them just take off.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be like, oh, we need to we're locking them in this room so that they can get better acquainted. But they're actually locked in the room, and Dr. Giggles is in the basement.
He's getting all of his dad's like surgical tools into one of those little like doctor,
all his
briefcases.
gigantic murder tools.
It's like
Everything he has is huge.
Yeah, his thermometer, his stethoscope, fucking every single regular doctor tool is like fucking huge, and he just like fucking stabs everybody with every tool.
Yeah, so he gets some murder medicine. Fast acting murder medicine. Tough acting to acting.
Every single drug just like fucking kills you like that.
Yeah, it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get out of the room. The girl's like, hey, you locked me in here so that I'd put out for you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, well, if you do get me out of here, maybe I'll put out for you. And he's like, okay. And he starts breaking down the door. And then he looks through the keyhole and he's like, ah! But it was just a joke. Ha, 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 ha. It was a joke. But then all of a sudden a syringe comes and stabs him in the butt, but he
Like
holds his elbow.
4-foot long syringe that you buy at the joke store.
Yeah, all of his medical equipment is from the novelty store on Hyannis. And he injects him with, I don't know, blue death juice. Can you guys hear that?
Oh my God.
gosh, she is on the loose here. I apologize for all the sirens. Dr. Giggles is on the loose here in Hollywood.
It's very appropriate for the show, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's ambiance. And so he stabs him in the butt, but he holds his elbow with the syringe full of goofy gas or goofy juice. I don't know.
Goofy juice.
And he just starts immediately like puking up blood and dies immediately. And then Dr. Giggles opens the door. How does he kill her? The same thing?
No, he just takes a syringe and he goes, I'm not accepting new patients at the moment, but for now I can make an exception. And then you just hear a scream off screen.
Yeah,
and
right.
This wicked,
They're
ugly
dead.
lady who lives next door with like a poodle. And she's
because the Jennifer's like walking home from school, passes the house.
She went to her own doctor's office, and you find out that she has like some heart condition, and she may need to have open heart surgery at some point. She's wicked afraid of
Jennifer.
it.
Yeah.
She's really afraid because
She
own
gets
mother,
a pacemaker or something.
it's some kind of like pacemaker or monitoring device, you know?
It looks like a Walkman.
Yeah, she's all bent out of shape because her own mother died during surgery, and she's afraid it might happen to her. So she's all afraid of surgery. And oh God, I'm losing my mind.
So she's
today.
walking home from school and she bumps into like the nosy neighbor who lives next to the Giggle House.
The Giggle House.
And she's walking her poodle, her prize poodle.
Dude, that Giggle House, man, it looks so shitty. I wouldn't want to live in that neighborhood. That thing must be bringing down the property values.
I think it'd be a good investment opportunity. It's for sale as is. You need a handy. Oh my God. Day Train, you need some giggle juice. Here, let me get you this 9-foot syringe. I got you. I'll take care of you. Clear you right up.
Man, I'm drinking this cup of tea and it went down the wrong pipe.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that.
Day Train.
Sorry, guys.
Are you all right over there?
Oh, yeah.
Should we call a doctor?
Never been better.
Dane Train is out of his mind.
So, what the fuck was I saying? All right.
The poodle lady.
The poodle lady. All right. So the poodle lady, she's like, that's some kind of a Walkman. So then later, she like hears all this noise at the Giggle House. And she's like, all right, I'm going to call the police. So she calls the police. Is like, there's some noise at the Giggle House. And then
sounds like some bougie nightclub in the west side of Manhattan.
The Giggle House.
Giggle House.
Is that like it's like one of those places with like the wicked long line that goes down the street where like people just wear like weird like mesh t-shirts.
Yeah, it's just an empty room and you have to be dressed as a clown to get in.
Whoa.
And know a secret password.
Ooh. Wait, what's the secret password?
Giggle, giggle. And in that exact tone.
Of course.
Yeah. For all of you looking to get into the Giggle House.
So
that's the password.
So next thing you know, the poodle lady gets a house call from Dr. Giggles. And everything he says is like typical doctor shit where he's like, okay, patient seems to be having discomfort. Open wide, say ah. And he's got this like big wooden like popsicle stick that's like fucking huge. And then he's like, we're going to have to look into the nasal cavity. And he's got that thing that like they normally put in your ear. And
this was great. This got me. I was like, whoa.
Oh, I know. It reminded me of like Total Recall when Arnold Schwarzenegger's like pulling that like big thing out of his nose. It's like just like that. So he's got this thing with a light on the end, and he's like, this won't hurt a bit. And it is like this, obviously there's like this fake prosthetic of this lady's head. And
I thought it looked really good. I thought it was her for a few seconds.
And you see this thing going, wow, all the way up the nose.
It goes
like,
right into her brain.
God. That was really fucking
great.
Gross.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So
the cops.
Short story about that. See, this strikes home to me.
Yeah.
Because when I was a little child, just a little doctor, I stuck a raisin up my nose.
Oh, I remember you always telling me the story about the raisin.
Raisin, the nose raisin. You know, you got a raisin. Why wouldn't you stick it all the way up your nose?
I mean, why not?
It just makes sense.
The California
did
raisins prefer to be snorted.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the preferred method. It goes right into the bloodstream if you snort your raisins instead of chew them. So I couldn't get it out. It got stuck in my nose. I had a raisin in my nose. I was freaking the fuck out. And my grandma was watching me. And then she had to take me to Dr. Donovan.
Oh,
It was that bad. There was no way this raisin was coming out of my nose. And then so we go to the doctor. And then he comes around the corner and says, "This should do the trick." And he's got a giant Dr. Giggles sized nose piercer. It was this big metal. It looked like the thermometer he kills that girl with. It was like a metal fucking kill machine. I don't know what it was. It was a Dr. Giggles thing. A Dr. Giggles mechanism. And then so I was like, ah! And I started crying and all my wet boogers shot the raisin out of my nose. Otherwise, I would have been Dr. Giggles to death.
Did it go, boom?
Bing, 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 bong, bing, 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 bing. And then it ricocheted all across the room and then landed in a spittoon and went ching, 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 bink. So that's my true life Dr. Giggles story.
Wow.
Dr. Sniffles is more like it, I guess.
That's amazing.
I was not giggling. And I also, this other time, I was eating Lifesavers. And then I choked on a Lifesaver. But I swear to God, I could breathe through the hole in the middle of the Lifesaver. So that's why I thought they were called Lifesavers. Because they saved my life. Because I could breathe through the hole until it melted in my esophagus.
Right. Yes.
So there you go.
Those are lifesavers, all right.
That's why they're Lifesavers, because you can't choke on them.
You know, if it was just like a disc, like
you would die.
You would have died.
I would be dead right now.
If it was like if instead of a lifesaver, like if you're eating a
if it was
Mentos,
a sweetheart or something, yeah,
man.
Mentos, get out of here, forget about it.
You
I'd
would
be
have been
gonzo.
toast.
I'd be warm as toast.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I know.
So,
Anyway,
trying to like move my seat. Here we go.
I can hear.
Yeah. So, all right. So the cops show up at the Giggle house.
Is this before or after? No, this is after. There's the carnival going on, so it's nighttime now.
Yeah.
And all the teenagers go up to the
It's like make out point.
I don't know. Yeah, Makeout Point. They're all at the top of the hill. And like everybody is within, the entire town is within walking distance of the Giggle house and school. Like everything is right next to each other. Because nobody drives in this movie other than those first two teenagers. And they have a Geo Metro. Well, they have a Jeep, but there's a Geo Metro parked.
Yeah.
Not a Geo Metro, a Geo Tracker.
Oh, yeah.
Parked at Makeout Point. Just another one of the bandits' favorite shitty cars to that's at the sucks rent a car. It's just Chrysler LeBaron convertibles and Geo Trackers. But yeah, so they're all the teenagers in town. Anybody that's anybody's at Makeout Point at the last day of school. They walk up to the center of town and get Shrewsbury pizza and go, "This is not that good." And they go home and play video games. But they're all at Makeout Point. And Jennifer is there with her boyfriend, Sleazy Stevie. I don't know.
We'll call him Sleazy Steezy. Sleazy Stevie.
Sleazy Stevie. And yeah, this guy sucks. And so he's just trying to put the moves on her. And she's like, "No, thanks." And he's like, "Too bad."
Well, it's because he wanted her to drink booze, but she can't drink alcohol because of her condition. And instead of just telling him, she's like, "I just don't want to." It's like, why don't you say you got a fucking problem? And then he'll be like, "All right, well, okay, whatever."
Hey, I got a fucking problem, man. Also, he's driving. He shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah.
But anyway, the cops come and bust it up. They start play. I like the cops in this movie. They're cool.
Yeah. Yeah. They were a good duo.
Yeah, they're not just like generic, like whatever cops coming up. Because that's what they easily could have just been like, break it up, you kids, blah, 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 blah. But these cops are actually like, they become like the secondary main characters almost of the story. One of the like through lines that they follow these cop characters. Yeah. So they start playing "The Party's Over" or some bullshit on like the loud cop speaker. So it's like this old man cop and then like a young black rookie cop is his partner. I like both of them a lot. They're probably my favorite characters in this movie, other than Dr. Giggles, of course.
Oh yeah. Those two are good. So then they go to investigate the Giggle house. Yeah,
because the poodle lady called the police after we were a little bit off on the timing.
That's
she gets
right.
murdered right about now. But yeah, she called the police earlier, and they're like, this lady's always calling the police, and there's trouble afoot at the Giggle house. And the new cop's like, what's the Giggle house? And he's like, oh boy, 60 years ago, even though the audience already heard this story, 30 years ago, I was a rookie cop, and there was a killer doctor at the Giggle house. And then they get to the Giggle house, and he's like, so this guy was a doctor here. He's like, oh, yes, 30 years ago for the third time. Let me tell you all about the Giggle house. And it's not too bad, but they do say the same thing 3 different times.
Yeah. So what happens is you find out that the doctor's wife had also heart problems. So he killed a bunch of patients and ripped at their hearts to try to find one to do a heart transplant.
Yeah.
He never got to do it because the townsfolk found out that he was killing his patients and they stoned him. But the kid got out somehow and he was never found. But the cop was there because the doctor sewed his son inside the stomach.
We are giving it away now.
We give away the whole movie when we do this show.
I know. We'll go into the flashback then.
All right, there's a flashback. Yeah. And the cop is, he's like young in the 60s or something, right? Or
yeah, this 50s. Is the 4th time he's explaining this to his partner.
And he like hears some giggling coming from the morgue. And then...
Which is just in like the middle of the room it's like the middle of the lobby of the police station.
And
he's a drunk.
Oh, yeah. He was drinking some whiskey or something. And he hears some giggling. And he's like, there's like all these like bodies that are in the room, and he pulls the sheet off of one. And next thing you know, this little kid like pops out of the stomach and he
takes a scalpel and slices a belly open. And births himself.
I don't know how he breathed.
Much like Warlock 2.
Yeah, just like in Warlock 2, that's right.
Yeah.
The Armageddon.
He was breathing through a tube coming out of his mom's butthole.
Oh, that could be, the butthole. Butthole, air hole. Giggling out of the butt.
It sounds like some little kid is giggling out of a butthole. And he never told any, so he sees the second birth of this Giggle child.
Yeah.
And it's pretty a cool scene. He slices himself out, Warlock 2 style, and the kid runs away. And the cop never tells anybody because he was drunk and he was too afraid and shameful of himself.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That's that.
That's how Dr. Giggles was reborn.
So the cops are in the house, but they don't find anything. And they're like, all right,
they almost go and find the 2 dead teenagers upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
But the older cop really wants to get out of there. So he rushes the rookie out of the house before they can discover the bodies.
Yeah. What the hell happened after this?
Because those guys were only on set for 1 day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, next up was one of my favorite scenes where the Bill and Ted guy and his girlfriend like sneak into his house. Oh, no, I'm sorry, her house.
Yeah.
And there's like a little kid playing Dr. Mario.
Which that game sucks, by the way. I was so disappointed when I rented Dr. Mario for the first time.
It's just fucking Tetris.
It's just fucking shitty Tetris.
And then same thing as fucking Sonic, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It's the same fucking game.
Dr. Robotnik's Flick the Bean Machine.
Whoa.
Ugh.
And so they sneak upstairs to go and fool around. And this is the stupidest fucking scene. The boyfriend, he pulls up some like black lingerie and he's like, I got this from my mother's dresser.
That's disgusting.
Oh my God, it's fucking gross. And
can you imagine? He just pulls out these giant like XXL panties.
Yeah.
He's like, put these on. I want you to smell like my mom's punani.
And then she's like, I want you to wear something too. And she gives him a condom. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to go in the bathroom and put it on, I guess. Which is definitely not how it works.
Dane Train is giving a lecture on sexual education. For patrons only. If you want to get lectured on sexual safety,
this is the sex
by Dr. Train
of the show.
Give us a taste. All right, this is the Dane Train, Dr. Train's sex speech. Here we go. Here it is,
what you have
kids.
to do. If you want to put a condom on the right way, you got to be like Rudy in Meatballs 3 Summer Job. And you got to have a big salami, a big stick of salami hanging in your pants.
Rock hard salami
Rock
boner.
hard salami dick. So
you need I thought, I've been doing it wrong this whole time because what I've been doing is leaving my pants on, but taking my shirt off and then throwing it in the toilet bowl and then trying to scoop it out with a toothbrush. That's not how you do it.
And then you put the toothbrush back and you go, oh, I hope she won't notice.
And you lift the condom up out of the toilet and it's leaking from the reservoir tip. Well, that's what me and this guy in the movie have in common, I guess. I should have went to Dr. Train's sexual education class.
Yeah, geez, he should have taken my class.
On Skillshare.com. Fluidshare.com.
You could pay for my classes on Mandy.com.
Who dies first?
Oh, the girl.
The girlfriend,
the girl
right?
goes outside because she hears the doctor.
A giggle.
And then the doctor's like, oh, no. She thinks it's freezing in the house. She goes to the thermostat. She's like, 65. What the hell? And I'm like, dude, in my house in the wintertime, my wife is bitching and moaning because I got the house set at like 65. And yeah, it's fucking cold, but I had
Because you got
heat.
oil. Once you get that natural gas, baby.
Oh, oil's so fucking
it goes
expensive.
up to 82.
Now I've got my, I converted to gas and we got the fucking
turn
thing
the
set to
heat
like
up.
70. Oh yeah, you bet.
There you go. Yeah. This guy's got oil heat. My God. I had oil heat. I had to keep my house at 50. We watched movies with blanket forts and heaters under the blankets to keep us warm. There's no way I was paying $500 to fill up my oil tank that can barely heat a blanket.
That's right.
My gosh. And then my pipes were like knocking because I had old steam heat. My house was almost 100 years old.
Oh yeah, dude.
And they knock all the, it took like years to get the air out of the system. And they'd be knocking. I thought my house was haunted and shit. My gosh. Anyway, Dr. Giggles kills this girl.
It's Dr. Giggles. So she's like cold, right? So the doctor comes up. It's like, oh, you must be freezing. We need to check your temperature. So he puts this fucking 6 foot long thermometer down her throat. He fucking shoves it down her throat. And then, then this fucking
he nails her to the wall.
Yeah. And the creepiest fucking part of this movie is the guy comes out of the bathroom and he goes under the covers. And then it's like point of view from his head. It's point of view from his eyes as we're going under the covers. And you just see Dr. Giggles' face. And like, ah! And I forgot what the fuck he said, but it's like, I don't know, something like the doctor's in or some bullshit like that. You know?
Something like that. I forget.
And then he fucking cuts his dick off.
Yeah, we don't see him cut his dick off.
No.
Unfortunately. There's a lot of off-screen kills in this, too. You see, like, the apparatus or whatever that he's going to kill people with.
Yeah.
Like, the only real on-screen one is the thing up the nose.
Oh, yeah. I wish there was
Right?
more of that stuff.
Yeah, but I still think it's cool because they're all, how, your imagination fills in the gaps, and it's still pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cuts this guy's dick off. It's kind of like the scene in Ernest Scared Stupid where Trogdor is underneath the covers.
Yeah, just like that. And
And Dr. Giggles can just be anywhere he wants at any time.
oh yeah, anywhere.
He's just all over this town. He's the fastest. He weighs like 300 pounds. He's not in good shape.
And we're going to get to that momentarily.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how he gets around so fast. He doesn't have a car. He's never out of breath.
I don't know.
He should be called Dr. Breathes Heavy because he's running around this entire town.
Yeah. So we're at the carnival, and Sleazy Steezy is macking out with this other chick in the band room.
Yeah,
in high
because
school.
his girl Jennifer went home, and I guess the other guy her boyfriend went to stayed at the carnival.
Yeah,
so she went home, and her parents, like, we meet her dad and her stepmom, or his dad's girlfriend anyway.
Yeah.
And like, her dad seems cool. They have a good relationship. And she pulls an apple out of her butthole and is like, hum. And he's like, hey, dinner's almost here, it's almost dinner time for the time to have dinner. And then she's like, well, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And good thing she had that apple, because she doesn't die at the end of the movie. Spoilers. She's the final girl. And then she comes back later. No, wait, I think that was right after school. But anyway, she's home now, and her parents are having...
She says how much she doesn't like her father's girlfriend.
Because they're the same age, basically.
Yeah.
They probably auditioned for the same role. They're the same age. This is another, like, 36-year-old teenagers movie, which I love as a man in my 30s. I appreciate 30-year-olds playing high schoolers.
Yeah.
So they're having sex, and she's like mad. So she throws her heart machine in her fish tank in an act of rebellion. And then her father sees it, and then they leave. He goes out to look for her. I don't know if this is at the same point.
She went back to the carnival, and
oh right, yeah.
And his girlfriend's like, she's just trying to rip us apart, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna go and fucking find her.
Yeah, I'm gonna find my daughter, lady.
So the girlfriend stays, and she pulls a big tub of ice cream out of the fridge, not the freezer, but the fridge, and it's like fucking half melted.
That's because it was in the fridge.
Yeah,
you got to put, unless you were trying to make ice cream soup, which she does.
So she eats like the whole damn thing. She goes and she sits in her bedroom, and Dr. Giggles comes up, and he's like, all this fat and sugar, not good for your body. And you're saying, you're like, Dr. Giggles, you're fucking overweight, man.
Yeah, his BMI is off the charts.
Yeah, what the hell's he been eating over at the mental institute, And so
Giggle pies.
He's got this like sump pump that he puts down her throat.
Yeah, it's like to clean out your basement.
Yeah. When you have a flood or something.
Yeah.
And he puts this tube down her throat. And it's got this weird little like fucking blade.
Oh yeah,
it's got
like
it's like a rotor.
Because it looks like just a tube, but yeah, it looks like it's got a graboid on inside, a metal graboid that like an electric snake for a plumber.
So he starts pumping out all the ice cream that she ate, and he goes, I know. It sucks. And then he turns on the blade graboid thing, and fucking blood goes everywhere.
Blood turns, he gets strawberry ice cream. Well, blood ice cream.
Yeah, it's
I
strawberry
guess.
quick.
Strawberry quick. Yeah. Strawberry real quick. So her boyfriend, Jennifer's boyfriend, Sleazy Stevie, was at the carnival, and then these two sluts are like, hey, why don't you have sex with us at the high school band room? That's where all the other teenagers are. Let's go there. So they're in the band room now for some reason. I don't know. The school's just unlocked.
They're all just making out in there.
Yeah, it's a madhouse. So, and she's like flirting with him. She's like giving a blowjob to this saxophone. And she basically gives a blowjob to a saxophone, and then they start making out. And then Jennifer walks in, and she's like, "Hey, that's not cool, man. Come on." And then he's like, "Ah, geez, I gotta follow Jennifer now. Ah, geez, this guy sucks."
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Then they go to the carnival. She's running around. This is where that happens, right?
Yeah, and they all go into like a mirror fun house.
Yeah, and he's chasing her, and she's trying to get away from him. So she goes in the mirror house, and then he's trying to chase after her. So he goes in the mirror house, and then they go in the basement and eat some rabbits, and then they come back out, and they're in the mirror house. And then who else is in the mirror house? Dr. Giggles.
And Dr. Giggles kills that other slutty girl.
Yeah, well, I don't know why she followed him. What the hell does she care?
She has some giant Band-Aid over her mouth.
Yeah, she has a bloody nose somehow. And then he's like, looks like you need a Band-Aid. And then, yeah, then it's a giant, where does he keep all this stuff? It's a giant Band-Aid. He has his little doctor bag, but it's like a clown car. He just has all of these gigantic instruments that he pulls out of this thing. And it's a giant Band-Aid. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the silliest gag in the movie. I guess he suffocated her with it, or it had chloroform on it or something.
I don't know.
Some murder medicine, some quick acting murder medicine.
It's like, it looks like, remember back in the 90s when you had like the giant watch that would be in the corner of your bedroom?
Yeah, it's like a prop that would be in the My Brother and Me's bedroom set.
Yeah.
With the giant crayon and toothbrush and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that murders her somehow.
Yeah. So they're in the hall and they smash through some glass. They eventually get out.
And then Dr. Giggles is chasing her. She chases Jennifer,
like
and then
woods.
he gets her. See, they tumble down a hill, and then Jennifer
she smashes him in the face, and he just goes falls down.
Yeah, it's the weakest punch in the world. She just like taps his bald head, and then he's like, blah, blah, blah. And she gets away.
And the cops like find her on the road. Dr. Giggles gets away, and the cops get her. They bring her and Sleazy P. Martini down to the station. And they're like, all right, your doctor is here. He's going to take care. He's going to put you like on an IV. Going to look after you. So he'll be here.
So
this is like her regular doctor, her regular PCP. And the boyfriend is like, no, it's some doctor guy. You got to help me find him. So one of the cops goes back to the father's house, and the father shows up, and the father gets like the
father gets giggled.
Yeah, Dr. Giggles shows up, and he has some like rotary tool, like some little saw, like slices
like a bone saw. Yeah,
he slices him down his stomach, and he falls and passes out. And the old cop who was talking about that old story from when he was younger, he shows up, and Dr. Giggles...
Actually, there's a really good scene. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Dr. Giggles like puts this scalpel through his neck, and before he dies, the cop shoots Dr. Giggles in the stomach, and he seems very tolerant to pain. He just likes to giggle it off.
Giggles it off. Yeah, laugh it off.
So then he goes back to his house
But how does he
door.
get he kills the cop, though. How does he kill the cop?
Well, he puts a scalpel in the back of his neck.
Oh, and back to the cop's
Yeah.
neck. Right, yeah.
And so Dr. Giggles performs surgery on himself, pulling the bullet out of his stomach, and sews himself back up. Now he's good as new.
Yeah.
So then the doctor goes to where Jennifer is, and takes that thing that they put around your arm for a
she's at her real doctor's.
Yeah.
But what I just want to say, in the police station, the boyfriend is like trying to talk to this cop. He's like, there's this crazy doctor out there. He's murdering everybody. You got to do something. And then the cop is just like trying to eat Chinese food with chopsticks. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
it just keeps falling out of the chopsticks.
Man, I can't use chopsticks for the life of me. I know the struggle.
Yeah.
And it's just like I think he was just aggravated that he couldn't use his chopsticks, and he was taking it out on this kid.
Yeah.
And then so the rookie cop and the boyfriend are kind of searching for the truth of Dr. Giggles.
Yeah.
And so the rookie cop is on his he is accessing the mainframe through MS-DOS and the C drive of all places. That's where all the Dr. Giggles records are kept. And I guess they find out some shit on Dr. Giggles in the cop computer.
Something like that. They found out that he escaped from this mental hospital.
Yeah.
So then,
but yeah, back in her meanwhile at the physician's office.
Yeah. So, Dr. Giggles kills the real doctor with one of those things that they put around your arm to check your blood pressure. He puts it around his neck. Again, the thing's like fucking 8 feet long.
Fucking huge. It looks like a flat tire.
Well, then he takes one of those. He takes one of those things that like that little rubber thing that they use to check your reflexes, and it's like a fucking hammer. And he's smashing this guy around. Unbelievable.
And he puts the blood pressure thing around his neck, and it's like so like a normal blood pressure thing would probably do just fine.
Yeah.
Because that's like it goes around your wrist, it would go around your neck.
Yeah.
But this one is so fucking big. It's like too big for this guy's neck. But anyway, he's pumping it up, and it suffocates the guy. And he's got like all his like veins are popping out, like they put some makeup on him, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And then she gets away somehow. I don't know.
So Dr. Giggles injects her with some sleeping shit.
Oh, she doesn't get away. You're right. He kidnaps her.
He brings her back to his
Giggle Emporium.
The
Giggle House.
Dr. Giggles.
Giggle House.
Dr. House. The Giggle House. HAUS. And so then the cop and the boyfriend go to Dr. Giggles' house. And you find the waiting room, and the waiting room is filled with all the people that he had killed so far.
And
with
they're
their hearts
reading
all ripped out.
magazines.
Yeah, reading magazines in the waiting room.
And Dr. Giggles, so Dr. Giggles has her attached to the giggle surgery thing. I don't know what that thing is.
The operating table.
Yeah, the operating table. Thank you. And so he's got a bucket of hearts, and he's like putting the hearts against her chest, he's like, no, this one's too big. Whoop, and like throws it on the ground.
And like you hear it go.
And then so he's going through all the hearts of the people that he killed, and he's like, oh, this one is just right. And then so he's about to chop her chest open, but then the cop comes in from the waiting room and saves the day.
So he kind of distracts for a little bit. So Dr. Giggles stopped her heart with this crazy electrical machine that had like a bunch of car batteries on it. It was fucking sparking like crazy.
Oh yeah, he's got the machine, and it's got like chicken on it, right? I thought they were like inflatable balloons for like respirator type things, but it just looked like gross old raw chicken breast that went bad in the fridge.
Maybe it was lungs.
It might have been lungs. Yeah,
killed,
they were tiny though. They were tiny lungs.
So at this whole time, it's basically the cop fighting Dr. Giggles, and Jennifer and the boyfriend are trying to get out. The stairs break. They're trying to get out of there. And eventually the cop gets killed by Dr. Giggles, again, with that circular saw, that bone saw thing. And a fire starts, and the whole place is going to blow. So Jennifer and the boyfriend make it out just in time.
Yeah, how does the fire start? He's got like laughing gas or something. I know that. He like shoots one of the tanks or something.
There's a couple of tanks and or like shit gets on the floor and sparks from the car batteries from that machine. Hit the floor, fucking. Yeah, he starts giggling like crazy. His flames are going around him, and the fucking house just explodes.
He's trapped in there because the stairs fell, but the two kids got out.
Yeah. So you think, hey, that's it. It's the end of the movie.
That's the end of Dr. Giggles. What a ride. What a wild ride. But no. There's more giggles.
There's more giggling to be had.
Yeah.
And so we're at the hospital.
Giggles ain't over yet.
We're at the hospital. You find out that the father's okay. He's at the hospital too.
Which is stupid. He should have taken his heart out too.
Yeah.
If I was Dr. Giggles, no hearts left unturned.
That's right.
Why would he take out he took out the heart of the cop who's like 70 years old? I mean, that doesn't have much longer.
I don't know.
Take out this young guy's whatever.
So the boyfriend shows up and he's like, "Hey, everything's good. Everything's all right." And
that's later. That's later.
Yeah. So she goes to the hospital. You find out that she has to go to surgery. She has a valve problem, something wrong. So she's about to go to surgery.
All the stress of the night.
Oh yeah. There's real doctors there, real professionals.
Yes, real non-giggling doctors.
But who shows up? Dr. Giggles. And he's all like burnt up and charred up.
He looks like a garbage pail kid.
Yeah.
A garbage pail grown up.
And so he's got like even more crazy fucking tools that he like, I guess, made on the fly. And he's like, I haven't even tested these yet. Bam! It's like fucking.
Yeah, the other doctor is like prepping. There should be multiple people. There's a heart surgery going on. There should be plenty of people in the room.
Yeah.
But it's just the doctor and this one girl. And she's got the sleepy juice coming into her mask.
Yeah, the gas.
So she's fighting, trying to go to sleep when Dr. Giggles comes in. And the other doctor is just like, hey, what are you doing? And Dr. Giggles opens his gag bag of instruments. He puts down just these gigantic metal things, one after another. One looks like a gyroscope, and then one looks like a meat tenderizer. And then this other one looks like, I don't know, it's just like spikes on a spring with more spikes on it. What with the possible medical implications it could have, I don't know. But yeah, then that's when he shoots at the spikes on the spring machine. The other doctor is like, hey, what is this? And he's like, we're about to find out. Boink! And then it stabs the doctor in the face and it retracts and is bloody and has his glasses on it.
That was pretty good.
It's really cool. I like that a lot.
So Jennifer kind of gets out of there. Dr.
She takes the mask off.
Yeah.
She's able to retreat.
So she goes into like some storage closet.
Yeah.
Dr. Giggles is able to bust in, and he's got some of his new tools in his hands. And he's like, time to take your medicine.
Yeah.
And she takes like, I don't know, some jars of shit, throws them on the ground. So there's like fucking liquid all over the ground. And she takes those things that like defibrillator, and she puts it on the ground. It's so fucking good. She puts it on the ground.
She shocks him. She electrocutes Dr. Giggles.
He got like awesome like electrical blue
rotoscoping,
rotoscopes, and he's like,
giggle.
And he falls on the ground. And you think he's dead, right?
I would.
So she starts to remember she's barefoot. She's like starting to walk, and I'm like, there's got to be broken glass all over the fucking floor right now.
Well, I mean, she's got other priorities,
I guess. And so Dr. Giggles is not dead. He gets up. So she takes his tools and fucking stabs him right in the stomach.
Yeah, she says, have a taste of your own medicine. Ka-chow!
And he goes, Is there a doctor in the house? Dude, the puns are so fucking good.
Oh, it's great.
So good. So, and then at the end, you have the dad's okay. Shitty boyfriend comes in.
He's got a
Everything's
cast.
good. And that's it. That's Dr.
Yeah, but
Giggles.
no, and so the only thing I don't like about this is that she gets back with shitty boy. Like we see her,
Yeah.
we presume that she had her heart surgery,
Yeah.
and then like her heart monitor is like boop boop boop, and then the shitty boyfriend comes back and like he's like, hey baby, blah, 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 and slips her some tongue, and then the heart monitor's like beep 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 beep, like she's back with the shitty boy. This guy cheated on you in front of your face.
This dude totally should have gotten fucking operated on.
He should have got Giggles.
Oh, yeah. He deserved the Giggles.
If anybody should have been Giggles, it should have been him.
Should have been
I
him.
don't know. That's the only thing I don't like about this movie. If there was another friend that she could have, like, this movie needed, like, you know, the best friend who always wanted to be with this girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they get together at the end. That should be, you know. But hey, whatever. That's my only complaint. But
totally agree.
Not a big one. Other than that, it's a great movie.
Yeah. All right. That's Dr. Giggles. The
Dr.
doctor.
Giggles.
The doctor.
Dr.
So,
Giggles.
tell you what, why don't you look up IMDb? I'll look up Amazon.
You got it. Dr. Giggles. Now paging Dr. Giggles. Dr. Giggles IMDb ratings. Okay, Dr. Giggles. Oh, it says 1992. Okay, that explains it. Because we thought the tape is 1997, right?
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
And we were like, this looks so like late 80s almost. There's no way it could be. And there's like hair metal. The soundtrack is great.
Yeah.
There's like the Dr. Giggles. It doesn't say that, but it's, you know, it might as well.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 1992. Dr. Giggles, rated I, an hour, 35 minutes. Dane Train, how many stars did the IMDb community give Dr. Giggles?
It gave it, I'm going to say probably 6.5 out of 10.
Pretty close. It's at 5.2.
Whoa, not bad.
That's not bad for IMDb.
Okay.
Not bad. But
Right.
it's still not great.
No.
IMDb is telling me that it's available to stream on Stars. So if you have Stars, go watch.
There you go.
Go watch Dr. Giggles right now, and then come back.
Now up on Amazon, it's not
Yes,
available on Prime unless you pay for it. You got to pay to watch it streaming.
You got to
You
pay
can
to
get
play, baby.
The cheapest way to get it is if you want Blu-ray. It's $13.97.
How much?
$13.97.
That's worth it. HD Dr. Giggles.
I totally agree.
And it's probably widescreen
the
too.
DVD they want like $28. I'd get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, get
Now-
the Blu-ray. It's $10 cheaper.
Some joker on here.
$15 cheaper.
Some joker on here wants $30 for the fucking VHS. I guarantee everybody out there, like in the tape community, I've seen a lot of people have this tape for sale.
Yeah, this tape isn't
for
rare.
well under $10 all day. You can buy this tape on Instagram from a seller, or you could trade for it all day long. Yeah, it's not an expensive tape. It's one of those, like, it's relatively easy to find in terms of tapes like this. So yeah, I mean, fucking go get a copy, man. If you haven't seen this,
Copy.
get a copy.
This movie's
It's fucking
great.
Yeah, you can't beat it. So, all right. So,
all right, on Amazon, I'm gonna say,
176 ratings for the VHS.
man, I'm just going for 5. I'm saying 5.
Yeah, man, 5. I'm sorry, no, 4.5 out of 5, pretty much.
Well, close enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
Close enough.
Pretty much.
All right, what are we rating this out of? Murder medicines, fast acting murder medicines, giggle houses. What? What's your poison?
Extremely large doctor
Novelty
instruments, novelty instruments.
medical instruments.
Yeah, let's go.
Children slicing themselves out of dead people's stomachs.
How many Dr. Marios?
Dr. Mario. He was playing it with like the joystick too. He had the accessories, but I think that was an NES accessory, not an SNES accessory. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, but let's. What do you think?
Let's go. What was the first one? Fast acting death medicine.
Yeah, murder medicine.
Medicine. All right, murder medicine. All right, let's do
murder
that.
medicines. Here we go. Fast acting murder medicines.
All right, dude. How many 10 murder medicines are you giving this?
Oh, you're paging me up first.
I'm
okay.
Paging Dr. Hansen. Dr. Hansen.
Man, I'm giving this 10 murder medicines.
Wow.
I was gonna say 9, but then I'm like,
that's a whole pack of murder
medicines.
medicines.
Give it fucking 10 murder medicines. Take 10 and call me in the morning. Or you'll be dead. Don't take any, but 10 murder medicines. This movie's fucking great.
I think I also am gonna give it 10 murder medicines. Yeah. I mean, it's like, dude, fucking, you can't go wrong.
It's got so many puns.
The puns, the production value, fucking everything is just, it's fucking great. You really can't go wrong. It's everything
you need. I mean, obviously I complained about the boyfriend thing, but what fucking ever? It's Dr. Giggles.
I think
it's not Schindler's List.
This movie, it's almost like a gem to me because it's like a diamond in the rough because,
it shouldn't be this good.
Well, the thing is like...
Because like we were saying about Project Shadowcaser, it's too good for its own good.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like Project Shadowcaser should have been more bad and it would have been better. But Dr. Giggles is... The production value is good. The story's good. The puns are... And it knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's fun. It's fantastic.
Dude, it's like it's a fucking winning combination and everything worked, The funny thing is like, in terms of like just tapes and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like so many movies that are so fucking expensive and they're so shitty. You know what I mean? Or like, they're really not that great. And here's a movie that's inexpensive, very easy to find. It is fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like literally if anybody were to come up to me and say like, hey, I'm looking for a fun, goofy, horror movie.
Dr. Train.
What should I find? I'd be like, I got a prescription for some Dr. Giggles for you on VHS.
I just took your sex education course and I've got a question. What kind of VHS should I buy?
I'm holding all questions till the end of the presentation, please.
It's got VD VHS.
Whoa. So, for anybody, this movie is the perfect combination. It's fucking perfect.
It's probably like it's got to be one of the best occupational horror movies out there. Like we said earlier, though, this and Ice Cream Man, come on. Yeah.
It's hard to find movies that are that kind of compare. I mean, it's like
hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, So yes, it's great. It's definitely on the top of my list of occupational horror movies.
Yeah,
so, number 1.
Oh yeah, what occupation? This is a question that's been burning in my butthole. What? All right. What occupation would you like to see in an occupational horror movie that you haven't seen yet?
Oh my goodness,
I know it's a tough question.
Okay, you know what I would like to see? Remember, a lot of people don't know about this. Like 15 years ago, they might even still be up on YouTube. I don't even know. 15 years ago, I did a VHS review show called VHS Rewind. And you helped me out on an episode where I reviewed Mr. Boogedy. And at the time, I was working with a professional painter. He was this fucking creepy dude.
Oh, right.
And his name was Johnny. And we got him to be in the video. And he was like this creepy painter. And he goes, I'm the painter. I like it. So I would love to see a horror movie called The Painter and have Johnny be the painter. And he takes the roller and rolls your mouth shut or something. I don't know. Or
he uses the blood of his victims to paint your own house or something like that.
Yeah. Painting. I'm going to paint the town red, something like that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's the tagline right there.
Yep. I just think dude, there's so many good fucking puns and shit you can come out of that. You know?
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
Man, I was thinking, the janitor. I was thinking of Booger Man a lot. Like the
fucking
janitor would be good.
Creepy janitor 333.
Creepy janitor, yeah. But there's also, now thinking about putting a little bit more thought, I was thinking like the Zamboni driver.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah. The Zamboni driver.
Zambones.
That's not bad at all.
He Zambonis you in there. He could like freeze all of his victims in the hockey ring.
Yeah. Here's an idea. He's like, you know how the things go like 1
There's
mile
like he
an
has
hour?
a figure skater is the final girl.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So like you have somebody that's out on the ice, out on the rink, right?
Yeah.
They got no skates or nothing like that. And the thing is driving like 1 mile an hour and he's trying to like run them over.
He soups it up.
And the person just keeps slipping on the ice. And it's like, you know, like in the movie when people are like falling and tripping. Like,
Yeah.
oh, no. And he's going like literally like 1 mile an hour.
They can't get out of the way. Oh, that's too good. He Zambonis them.
That'd be pretty good.
Get off the ice.
Or like he
You're all on thin ice now.
don't they like shoot out like water on the bottom that freezes instantly or something? What if
I
he like
think
shoots
so.
the water at somebody's face and they like instantly freeze?
They freeze.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That'd be good.
As long as Hulk Hogan's not around to drink antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
Ah, that's my only weakness, antifreeze. Yeah.
So that's Dr.
I think
Giggles.
that would be
Everybody
good. I'd
should
like
check
to see
this one
those
out.
movies.
Yep, the movie's awesome.
If there's any big Hollywood executives out there who'd like to fund Zambones, or what would your movie be called?
I thought it would just be The Painter, I guess.
Okay, The Painter.
Painter.
Email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com. Let's make these movies happen, people. They'll eventually be in a DVD box set with 9 other films in the bargain bin at
in
Walmart.
the bargain bin section at the Walmart.
Yeah. Occupational Horror. 5 films of occupation. Occupy your time with.
You know, and like all the movies look like they were just ripped off of VHS. So like, oh, shitty copy.
Because obviously, yes, they were.
Yeah.
The only way to watch is Occupational Horror. The Ripper. The Conversionist. The Media Converter.
Hey, that's a horror movie right there about the bootleg. The guy who makes bootlegs.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
Man, we
man.
could go on all day. If you have a good idea for an occupational horror movie, seriously, email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com or message us on Patreon if you're a patron. I'd love to hear more of those. We'll read them out on the show if you got any.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we want
And
to
then
know.
we'll include it, and there's still some more slots left for that DVD box set.
Hey, here's a fun idea. Here's a crazy idea. If anybody out there can like record their voice with their phone or a microphone or
Do
something
a
like
trailer.
that, I want you guys, all of our fans, I want you guys to like take your phone, get a recording app on your phone or something, pitch us an idea for an occupational horror movie, and we will play it on the show.
Nice. Do that.
For our last episode of the month, which will be up on our Patreon for our Potter Hat Patrol people. We're going to play it on there. So if anybody wants to send us something, thevhsfans@gmail.com, send us an audio of you pitching an occupational horror movie idea. That'd be fun.
Great.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we should do that more often.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just keep this going if anybody actually does it.
Yeah.
Because
Probably
I
not,
think next
but-
month, well, we'll see. Probably yes. Somebody out there do this.
Like none of our Party
anyway.
Hat Patrol people like vote for the monthly themes
Well,
anyway.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And we'll play it.
We'll try it out.
Anyway, I guess that's the end of the show.
That should do it. All right.
That should do it. The doctor is out of his
now the doctor's
mind and out of
his mind.
time.
So, we got to go find a new job for our last episode of the month.
For our last episode for patrons only.
And then we're
yeah.
on to next month, whole new theme. So
Whole new theme. I believe it's Monkey Month, yes?
Yeah, Monkey Month.
Monkey Month.
Monkey Butt Munch Month.
Butt Munch Month.
Butt Munch
Oh,
Monkey.
God. Butt Nut Crunchies.
Yeah, Butt Munch Crunkies. So, yeah.
Butt Munch Crunkies. Yeah, jeez.
So we'll see you guys at our Party Hat Patrol. And yeah.
Be kind and rewind.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to experience the cutting edge of medicine. He should have kept his hands to himself. Check out time. Get ready to take your medicine, Morai. The doctor is in. I'm not really seeing patients yet. But I guess I can make an exception.
I need a doctor.
It's a good thing I make house calls. A good physician always has the right instrument for the job. I think I found the problem. Lucky for you, I've discovered the only known cure for the common cold. Leave it in for at least a minute. I hope you have protection. Terminal. I have a saying. What goes down must come up. I know. It sucks. If you think that's bad, wait till you get my bill.
I think you're going to be fine.
If I were you, I'd get a second opinion. How about a free examination? Lights out, doctor's orders. You may be having second thoughts, but when you wake up, you'll have a change of heart. I don't believe you had an appointment.
Get the fuck away from me.
Have a heart. Time to do what doctors do best. Visiting hours are over. Should have used an 8-iron. This is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. I haven't discharged you. Don't make me laugh. I never lost a patient, Jennifer.
Who the hell are you?
I'm her doctor. Is it my bedside manner? Jennifer, it's time to take your medicine. I hope feel well.
Take 2 and call me in the morning.
Is there a doctor in the house?